Hello, welcome to Your Voice Matters TV with Di Riddell, the place to be for your voice to be heard. Today I'm bringing the show to you from Cairns, and you can see the tropical garden in my background. We're at a beautiful resort, and you might even be able to hear the waterfall tinkling in the pool. How fortunate we are that we can travel around within our state, do whatever it is that we want to do, stay places, go in the bush, go to the beach, because some of the other states haven't got that. But the subject that I wanted to cover today was the devastation from COVID on business. Now, I didn't notice it so much in the lower half of the state, probably because we were staying with people and I didn't particularly notice. But once we got to Cairns, Port Douglas and up to Cooktown, it became so prevalent at the number of businesses that are shut. Now, Port Douglas is usually a really bustling, beautiful area with gazillions of tourists going out on boats and fishing and international visitors. I would say half of the shops are shut. 25% of the 50% left are only open between 10 and 2. What an indictment it is. And then down on the wharf where the boats normally go out on the daily tours and the reef tours, they're just sitting there at bay. There's a beautiful big terminal with many shops, and there's one open. One open, and the office. I don't know what the answer is, but I just cannot believe that our economy can get too much worse. It is just such a shock to see these beautiful areas. We went for a walk along the Esplanade in Cairns, and there are many shops shut here. But then we went up to Cooktown. Now, Cooktown is a whole different piece of cake. Cooktown operates on Cooktown time. We got there on Saturday afternoon, and we'd been told many times about these wonderful fish and chips. You've got to have fish and chips when you go to Cooktown, right on the waterfront. So we rocked up almost salivating, and guess what? The fish and chip shop doesn't open on Sunday and Monday. So we got talking to a local, and she said, oh yeah, that's right, he doesn't open on those 2 days, and don't take much notice of the times that are up there the other days, because he really only opens when he wants to. And because we get such a lot of wind up here, when it happens that we have a really nice day, businesses just shut up shop and gone fishing on their window. So that makes it a little bit hard for tourists, if you're only there for a short period of time, to have a look. So it sort of put a blight for me on the area, and it was really, really windy. Now you get up to the lookout, and the lookout's supposedly Captain Cook climbed up there. Well, 1, he must have been pretty fit, and 2, he must have been good at scrabbling through tropical forest, because there was no bitumen road and pathway for him back then. So if he did that, good luck to him, and goodness knows what he thought when he got to the top. But that's going away from tourism. The resorts that we're staying in are part of a timeshare thingy, and they're actually doing a lot. They're telling us that they're doing a lot better than some of the other resorts. If you're going out at night time and just driving around, you can see that there's nobody there because there's no lights on, there's no activity, there's no vehicles. What is it going to take to put our beautiful country back on the map? What is it going to do to bring people back to that point of enthusiasm, of wanting to get out there and have a go? Because you can see the attitude in a lot of the shopkeepers in that, well, we're doing this just to keep afloat. If we don't keep our door open, we won't see anybody at all. There is no enthusiasm out there at all. And it really shocked me, and it really saddens me, because we have a beautiful state. And you know, apart from COVID, the plus, there's always got to be a plus sign. The plus on my trip is I've been posting lots of photos of everywhere we've been and little tinkety things that we find. And the memories that it evokes, the memories that it just draws. Someone says, I was there 30 years ago, I was there 20 years, oh, when I was there I did X, Y, Z. Oh, did you go to these particular falls? Us moving around and posting that is allowing others to live vicariously through our trip. For those who are stuck at home, those who aren't able to get in a car and go and look over the state. So I'm just so thrilled that I have the opportunity to do that. I'm so thrilled that I'm able to get out there, that we are putting back into the community, that we are stepping up and talking to people. There's so much uncertainty. You know, our life's just been turned upside down in this year, since about March, something like that. Where, what is it? There isn't a magic wand, but what is going to be the basis? How can we up Are You OK Day from one day a year to Are You OK every day? To someone that you know who is in business who's struggling, to someone you know who's lost their job because of hospitality or some other sideline as a result of COVID. We've just got so much to offer. We've got so much to see. And it really doesn't cost a lot of money if you just hop in your car and go for a drive. Take a tent if you like. And there are lots of people. Now we are meeting people from New South Wales and Victoria, and they came across when the borders were first opened. So they've got up here and they're not going back because they're having a good time. They're sharing the beauty of our state. They're helping to keep the economy ticking. Barely ticking, but ticking. So I'm just so passionate about sharing where we've been, sharing what we've done, showing what we've actually got in our state. And we've had, all coastal stuff because we came from Brisbane straight up the coast. But after we leave here in a couple of weeks, we'll be heading west, so it'll be a whole different set of scenery and probably a whole set of different issues. But that's okay, because I'll talk about those as we travel. My wish for you is that you do what you can. We can only do what we can do within ourselves. And if each of us work on ourselves, on raising our vibration, on making sure that we feel on top notch, that we're enthusiastic, that we greet people and we make them welcome. If we see someone from somewhere else, if someone needs a hand, lend it. Because when we do that, it'll start the wheels turning of encouraging. Talk to businesses, talk to the cleaners, talk to the guy who empties the bins, whoever, because everyone is doing their bit to keep our country going. I would not like our country to slip any further than what it is. I love Queensland. I've never been so pleased to be a Queenslander living in Australia. And I bet I'm not the only Queenslander who's saying that. And it's provided, this period of COVID's provided opportunities for people to upskill, to try different things. I spent 5 months doing all sorts of techie things and a video program and all sorts of things, because that took my mind off what was going on. It gave me an opportunity to do things that I hadn't done before, because I couldn't get out and about, but now we're able to. So for our state, do what you can to buy Queensland, support Queensland, check in with people you know who are in business who might need that little bit of support. Check in with people who've lost their job to see how they're going and is there anything that you can do for them. And keep watching, keep looking at your memories. Allow those pleasant memories of past times, of past travels, about when you were there, about what happened, who you were with, because it's not about the drive from Brisbane to Cooktown. It's about what happened along the way, who we met, who we've made a difference to, and the characters that you meet along the way. How did I start? I started by wanting to support our state, and that's exactly how I'm going to finish. All for Queensland. Let's work together. And that doesn't mean to say that we're ignoring the other states. My heart absolutely goes out to the people in New South Wales and Victoria. And when this is over, make sure that we welcome them with open arms when they come up to Queensland to get a little bit of our summer. So, if you'd enjoyed it, that ends the show for today. It was just my little thing about travel, about the things that are happening in the travel industry, which I know many of you already know, but knowing it, hearing it on the news, and being here and seeing the heartache of people is different. I hope that our presence, our travels, our support will make a difference to the people who we run across. If you'd enjoyed the show, to join in 10 o'clock every Tuesday morning, and it's posted through Rising Speakers Community, my Facebook group. So you're very welcome to pop over there. If you like what you see, request to join, and I'd love to have you in the group and participating. So for today, cheerio. Remember, your voice is your human gift. Let it shine and share it with the world. Cheerio.